Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Mystic Bunny Burrow. Today we are going to do a 2023 yearly zodiac prediction. This yearly zodiac prediction is based on my zodiac cards, on the oracle cards and my tarot reading. I know it's a bit late, I'm doing this in the month of April, but someone requested me to do it. And so we are going to take a look at Aquarius. We are going to go forward with Aquarius reading, and I hope that it would help you out. It's a general reading, but I hope that you can get the message that would be helpful to you. So let's start with it. I'm going to shuffle the cards and pick the cards that are necessary for this reading. This will take a bit of time. Okay, we have house 8 card for our Aquarius. Now let's get back to the other deck. I have a trine. So we have a house 8 and a trine for Aquarius. Now we have a Mars, the planet that is going to define more of what will happen. And we have a Yang card, which is about positive energy, positivity, morale boost. Next is Earth, which is more about focusing on establishing patience and practicality and grounding us. Then we have the North Node, which is about destined to have something, like destiny, what you will acquire, what you will have. And then we have a fixed notation card, and we will go with it. Now I have all these zodiac reading cards. Okay, we will take a look at them, but first let me decide for the oracle cards what we will have. For the oracle, what the oracle says. Okay, I'm going to ask the universal spirits what they have in store for Aquarius for the year of 2023. Let's see. We have the star family. Okay, that's kind of a notable card, very different from all the decks that I've read so far. Now let's take a look at our spiritual card, which is Radha in reverse, the message from the goddess Radha. And now we will take a look at our prediction cards, which is the zodiac. This zodiac card, I will take out 3 cards, past, present and future, and we will take a look at what these cards mean for us. But let's see. Okay, I'm not going to see this, but I actually saw it by mistake. Still, these 2 cards came up on their own. We will keep them here. We will like for a separate reading. And then we have these 3 cards, past, present and future. Okay, we will take a look at them, what they mean, and this supporting card, which we actually kind of saw because it just flipped out. Still, we will take a look at them, what they mean to us and why they came out. Okay, now Aquarius, those who are Aquarius, they have this originality to them. They are based on philanthropy and progressive imaginings. Okay, now when it comes to Aquarius, we have these few cards with us. First of all, we will take a look at these cards, which is the zodiac cards that we got. First, we will take a look at house 8. Now this house 8 is all about transformation, karma, facing fears and legacies. To get into the details of it, it is talking about something which will happen that is going to have a very significant impact on you. It is all about transformation and what you did previously, what you are going to do next. It is about the karma. Like if you did good things previously, you will get the good fruit for that, and if you did something which was very wrong, which went against the righteousness of life, righteousness of the path of life, then you will get your karma for that, which means that the fruit for it won't be too good. But if you are a good person, if you are helpful and you have done good things in your life, good deeds, then you are going to get the good, then you would get a positive uh, conclusion for that. Now, when we talk about facing fears, then House 8 is telling us that we will be facing something which makes us scared of the future, or which makes us think that the future is not for us, and maybe it is very uncomfortable to think about it. Certain things that make you fearful, these things we will have to face in the future. This card is not telling us what is going to come, because this is not a prediction, but basically it's just a message for on the basis of your present. Okay, you did something in the present tense. When you are like watching this video, you did something, okay, because this is a timeless reading for Aquarius for the year of 2023. That is why if you did something which makes you fearful of the future, then you would have to face it, okay. And this is also talking about leaving out legacies, which means that whatever you have done so far, you will have a certain impact because of it, okay. Now when it comes to the angle of trine, which is also for the Aquarius, like for this year you got your house 8, okay, like facing obstacles, having transformation, something that is going to keep you on your toes and you're going to have an impact of that. Now when it comes to our angle of trine, this is all about living in harmony, having a perfect flow of something, perfect flow of ideology or relationship or love, okay. This can be anything because it is a general reading, so I'm going in all directions because it is based on person to person. So this angle of trine is about angelic support. You will be getting the support you want, you will be getting the support that you need to face your fears. And this card is telling me that you will have the harmony, you will have the perfect flow to get over whatever obstacle you will be facing. That is why you will have the support to face your transformations and your karma, okay. Now this is all there is to trine, okay. Now we will take a look at this yang card, which is about positivity. You will have to be proactive, okay. You will have to express yourself, what you are doing, and you have to move forward. You cannot get stuck at one point, because transformation is all about facing what is going to come in the future and facing your past. And if you get stuck somewhere, then that's not going to be very suitable for you. That is why whatever you are trying to do, maybe achieving a certain target or goal in your workplace, or maybe doing maybe getting results for your academic performance, or maybe you are trying to acknowledge your relationship, whatever it is that you want to focus on, you would have to be very proactive, you would have to be very expressive. And if you want to move forward, then you would have to be very positive about everything. And that is what this is telling me. You will be facing obstacles, but you have the support for it, and you would have to be positive about it, okay. Now the next card is our earth card, which is about establishing a foundation, having a stability, because earth is all about building foundations and stability, okay. Now, this is also talking about persistence, patience, and practicality, which means that you cannot float in the air with whatever intuition you have. You would have to be very practical about it. You would have to be very persistent and very patient. Okay, whatever transformation you are going to get, or whatever karma you're going to face, or even when you are facing your fears, you would have to be very patient about it, and you would have to be persistent if you want to keep moving forward. And that is why you need to be that is why you need to boost yourself with the positive energy, which is the energy of yang. Now, when it comes to our planetary involvement, which is Mars, it is about moving forward and defending self. Okay, so with our yang card, we saw that we need to keep moving forward. Even with the earth card, we saw that we need to be persistent. Now, Mars is like closer to earth, and it is also about moving forward and defending yourself. You need to be able to defend yourself, and I know that you are getting the support and the harmony, and there is a chance of perfect flow of something, flow of ideology, or anything, like, you are communicating with people. But with the house 8, we know that a transformation is going to come. There is going to be karma. Maybe it has already passed, because the year started in the year of January. So obviously now it is the month of April, and I'm not sure if it is going to come or it has already passed. But we do have this card, which means that certain things are going to come which will have a impact on you. And that is why with the card of Mars, you need to keep moving forward, and you need to defend yourself. You need to be able to establish a very persistent and patient foundation for yourself with the earth card. That is why when it comes to Mars, you will have a certain ability to defend yourself from emotional fluctuations, or fluctuations in the scope of your workplace or in a relationship. And that is what Mars means to us. Now, these cards are all a message for Aquarius, and that is why when it comes to a message, it is very important to note what node we have. According to Chinese mythology, we have a dragon's head and a dragon's tail, and the dragon's head is always over the north node, and that is all about what you have been destined to have. Okay, you are destined to have something, you are destined to grab something, and you just need to look forward to it. You just focus on the things that are around you, but also focus on the things that you need to look forward to. And that is what north node is about. Like, you are destined to have what you have always have set for a target, or what you have always admired. And that is what north node is about. Like, you are willing to keep moving forward, you're willing to defend yourself. That is why when it comes to north node, you are destined to have what you were expected to have. Okay, this is about destiny, and this is a very positive card, because you are suitable to acquire what you had set yourself with. Like, if you were set to have a target, or you had a purpose or a goal for what you are doing in life, okay, that you are set to have. And that is what this card means. Now, this is a notable card which we call fixed card, and this is a fixed notable card. It is about having a certain stability, like being persistent, which we got with the earth card, and also like with the Mars card and the yang energy. And this is about being loyal to your target, your goal, or being loyal to the people around you, or the friends that you have. Okay, maybe not everyone, but you need to be loyal to those who support you, which is also talked about with this trine card. Now, you would have to be like, if you want to be depended on, or you want to depend on something, then you can have that, but you have to be fixed on your goals, your targets, you have to have a plan for yourself. And if you want to go through with whatever obstacle or transformation that is going to come or has already happened, then you need to be very persistent in your thinking, with your mentality, with your emotions. Okay, this is all about the practicality of life. This is about facing what is going to come, and this is what you need to focus on if you want to keep moving forward and have a better prospect at anything. Now, this is just a message in a general direction. There is no prediction to it. It might happen, it might not happen, but if you want to focus on something, then this general direction you can focus on, like building yourself a foundation. And if something is happened which makes you fearful or scared about the future, then you need to be persistent. You need to be able to defend yourself, and you need to face others, communicate, so that you are proactive, you are expressive, and that is what we got with these cards. Now let us take a look at our rest of the cards. First we will take a look at our oracle cards, which is a star family card, okay, and a reverse Radha card. Now, our star family, this is a message that we got from our universal spirits. Okay, like you are a part of a team of souls and you can call in support. Now, this is what the card shows us. This is about, having a family. Like, if support is needed, then you don't need to hesitate to turn around and look for one. Okay, now don't feel like you are alone, or you can find your own family. Okay, you can find your own support, you can find your own group of people. That is what this card is telling us. This is a support card, this is an advice card. Okay, so that when we take a look at the tarot reading, we can always focus on the advice that these cards have for us. This card is also telling us that you don't need to fear the judgment of others. You don't need to, feel that you are engaged in something, that you are not free to express yourself. This card is telling us that you need to feel the nature around yourself, like you have got all the support that you need. Okay, and some way or another you are going to find that everything around you is very positive. You just need to focus on the positivity. You need to be focused on the optimistic side of yourself. Now grace yourself with the patience and the loyalty that you need. Okay, because this card is telling me that you will have it. Like you would find your own sea of knowledge or wisdom, and the opinion from others are only your tools to a greater goal. Okay, don't focus on what others say, but you need to focus on that, because you are going to take that advice and you are going to get over your obstacles with those advice. Okay, if someone is very judgmental and they are always talking negative about you, then you don't need to focus on that, because you need to be optimistic. You need to focus on all the good points that you have, and you need to explore those certain good points. Okay, you have your family, you have your own knowledge base, and you have your own prospects, so you need to focus on yourself. Okay, trust your mind. It has, like, there is always ups and downs in your life, but of course you don't need to lose confidence because of that. Okay, you need to focus on yourself, because things are going to be perfect for you if you are optimistic and if you are learning from your adventure of life. Now when it comes to our goddess Radha and what she means, she is a goddess of passionate love and longing. And this love and longing is not only about relationships, but it is also about the romance of adventure, or about your work life, or your goals and targets that are focused on your academic performance. So this can be anything that you are passionate about. Okay, this can be anything that you are in love with, either your hobby or your passions or your escape. This can be talking about anything, and it doesn't only means that it is about relationships. Okay, but since it is in a general since this is a general reading, I'm going to keep it very general so that it can help you out with whatever situation you are currently going with. Okay, so for Aquarius, if you are afraid or if you are vulnerable about something, and if you are thinking that no, I can't do it, it is so like it is so difficult to cross over the obstacles, or you feel that even if you have a certain foundation in life, even if you have a certain belief that things would go perfectly, but still you are still afraid because you have gone through with it in your past, or if you have seen someone else going through a similar situation, and that is what is making you fearful of stepping forward. So this card is telling me that you just need to enlighten yourself with your experience, but you don't need to focus on a negative emotion. You need to focus on all the positive emotions that you have, the love that you have for something, or the passion that you have for something. You need to focus on that. And even if you are even if you have had a certain impact which was very negative on your life, you just have to wait it out, and you will be mended back together if you focus on all the positive things. So these cards are all about focusing on the positive aspect of life, focusing on the support that you have, and focusing on holding on to yourself and focusing on yourself. Okay, now this is like I'm done with these cards. Now let's take a look at this card, which is our tarot card, which will be talking about the prediction, what will happen in the future, in the past, present, and it'll also talk about the past, present, and the future aspects. Okay, now we will take a look at these cards first because they just jumped out on us. Okay, we have these cards. Okay, we have the Lovers cards and the Justice card in reverse, which is what we will talk about. This is a major arcana card which will have a certain impact on us. I'm not going to define these two cards in a very detailed manner, but I will go into detail with these cards. Okay, so this is the past, which is the Devil in reverse. This is the present, which is the King of Wands, and this is the future, which is the P of Coins. Okay, now these cards, we will take a look at them. Okay, so for Justice reverse that we have here, it is about the injustice, the karmic retribution, dishonesty, corruption, lack of accountability, dishonesty, unfairness, karmic avoidance. Okay, so in totality, this Justice card is talking about something that is going to happen with you or with the others. Either you are the one who were dishonest with something you did, or that you lacked justice. Okay, or you were falsifying something that is on you, so you are going to get the karma for it, which we also got with the House of 8. But it can also mean that someone else is dishonest to you, they did not do things justably. Okay, and they were corrupted, or they were unfair to you. Okay, now that if that's the case, if others were at fault, then they are also going to face their karma. Okay, and you have to be ready for the impact of it, because it would certainly have a certain amount of impact on your life, because this is a major arcana card. Okay, and I'm going to leave it at that, because this is just a support card of the others that we are going to read. But this is certainly something that you have to keep in mind, because in a general context, this Justice card in reverse is showing me about something which will happen, which is unjustified, which has a karmic retribution, and you should not avoid it, because that would just further disintegrate the future prospects that you have. That is why you will have to face it head on. And if you are the one at fault, then of course, if you are fearful of facing what you have already gone through, and if it is your fault, then you would have to be strong about it. You will have to accept what you did. And if you are not the one at fault, then you will just have to wait it out and hope for a better conclusion. And whether or not you have an impact, whether or not it has an impact on your life, you just have to focus on the positive aspect of what you learned from it and what all is going to come from it. Okay, now when we come to the Lovers card, which is in an upright position, it is about like fulfilling a mutual desire. Maybe this is about a relationship. This can be a relationship card, so you can focus on the relationship aspect, or this can also be about your work, or your relationship with your family, or your health aspect as well. Okay, it can focus on anything, but I'm just going to go about it with a general context to it. Okay, this is about fulfilling a mutual desire. Like, if there is something that you are content with, or if you want something, then you would have it. This is about showing enthusiasm for certain things. Okay, you will be very enthusiastic about certain things, and this is also about attraction, about passion. And this card is filled with, like, fueled with a mutual curiosity. And like, there are always ups and downs in life, but you are going to have a fulfillment of something, of any aspect. Okay, and this is also a card which talks about a healthy balance, okay, between your passion for something and between a promise that you made. And this is a fulfillment of wishes. Okay, now the justice card in reverse certainly talked about having a karmic retribution and injustice, disruption, dishonesty, corruption, okay, lack of morality. But this card talks about having fulfillment in something, being content with life, okay, facing a situation where you are in balance, you are finding balance. So this means that according to this card and this card, they are both like the opposites of each other. But one thing in certainty is that they are transforming your situation from good to bad, but also you are gaining something in this. You are learning from the situation, and whatever is going to happen, whatever is going to come with these cards, you are finding yourself in a very contradictory situation, which can have a both positive or a negative prospect for you. But you are also facing it head on, so it means that it will leave a certain optimistic or certain positive impact on your life. Okay, this is something that we gain so far from the reading, but we will also take a look at them, and then we will get a better understanding of what these cards might mean for us. The Devil card in reverse. Okay, now the devil, whenever the devil comes, people think about, all the negative things, but this is a past the devil in reverse card. This means that there is a level of detachment. Okay, you are trying to find out your independence, or you are trying to find out your independence in everything. You wanted to be dependable, you wanted to overcome some addiction. It can be anything. Okay, it can be addiction from certain unhealthy prospects, or it can be an addiction for something which is your work or your hobby. And this is also about freedom, about revelation, about reclaiming power and reasserting control. Okay, so this is not a bad thing. This, the devil in reverse, is not a bad thing. It is all about reclaiming your control. Okay, if you were feeling the detachment now, and if you were trying to be independent about something, about your decision making, then this is about getting your freedom or about reclaiming control by force. Okay, this is what this card means, and since this is a past card, I won't elaborate too much on it, but this is certainly about having the freedom that you always wanted with your judgments, with your future prospects, and it is certainly about overcoming all the bad stuff that you did in the past. Okay, so this card is telling me that you overcame whatever lack of control you had or whatever addiction you had. You gained your freedom, and you reclaimed your control. Okay, now when it comes to our present tense, okay, this was the past, okay, and this is the present. When it comes to the present tense, we have the King of Wands in reverse. Now this is about, like, this is the present card. Okay, whenever you see this reading, this will be significant for your present tense. So this means that you were forceful, you were like rude or a bully or a dictator. Okay, or this might not be you but someone else who was a tyrant. Okay, and who was abusive and nasty towards you, and this is signifying that there was such a person. Okay, this can be your boss or your partner or someone from your family or even your friends, and you had a very bad experience with them or you have a very sad experience with them. Okay, this card is about being impulsive in your decision making, or being very bitter about your past or certain things that you are facing nowadays. You are very bitter about it, you are feeling that you are very weak and you are unreliable, or maybe there is a lack of energy and there is no enthusiasm in you, and okay, you are experiencing something which is your breaking point, or maybe you are breaking your promise or someone else broke the promise that they made. Okay, this is about having a volatile temper. So maybe in present tense or like in the past or in the current future, you have this tendency to have an emotional outburst, or there is a lack of taking the like taking the initiative, and maybe someone or you yourself are setting a bad example and taking a back seat, or you're afraid to be different, or someone in your situation whom you're close to, your partner, your family member, or a colleague, maybe even your own self, like you are afraid to be different from the others, and you are afraid of the judgment. And as we saw with the Star Family card, which is the supporting card, we saw that this card talked about how you don't need to be afraid of the judgment, how you need to believe in yourself. And with the rest of the cards as well, we talked about establishing a foundation for yourself, being patient, having the expression for to grasp something, having the initiative, like being proactive with the yang energy. Like we read about it all, and we also read about finding support for yourself. So in certain situation in the present, when you are thinking about all the bitter stuff, if you are thinking about all the bad things, and when you are being when you are lacking energy, you are lacking the enthusiasm to take a step forward, when you are not being proactive, you need to do the positive thing to overcome that. Because if this is your present tense, if this is relating to you, then you need to have a certain degree of control for yourself. Okay, even if you are feeling powerless or ineffective in what you are doing, or you are undependable, okay, and if you're feeling that you are not getting what you want, or there is a lack of energy, and you feel like you are unreliable, and you are very and because of this you are having an emotional fluctuations, or you are having volatile temper because of it, then you need to do what the zodiac cards suggested. Okay, you need to get over it, you need to be positive, you need to be more optimistic about the situation. I know that when you feel all the negative emotions, you don't want to do anything positive about life, you don't want to be very optimistic, and it's just that you don't like to be proactive in certain cases, okay, or the situation might not go in your favor, so you are thinking that there is nothing to life if there's nothing going on for me. But you need to take a look around you again, you need to take a look into your passion, into your situation. You need to take a look at what all are the right things that are going on for you. You need to face your support, you need to grasp the future, and for that you need to take control of the situation. You need to get over it, and that is why I think there is a justice card in reverse, because it is all about being unjustified or corrupted, and with all the negative emotions, if there are negative emotions, then you will certainly take a path that will be very unjustified to you. You will take a path that is not very positive, that is certainly in the gray area. And that is why we have the Lovers card, because there is also a situation which is which is giving you the contentment that you need, and it may or may not be negative or a very positive thing. But if the past is correct, where you got over your situation, and if the present in telling me and if the present is telling me that you didn't get over certain things from your past, or there is a situation in your present tense which is very unpromising, and things are not going well, and your relationships are also not going well, then you need to get over it with the rest of the advice that I gave previously. And this card, which is the future card, and the last card that we will take a look at, it is our page of coins or page of pentacles, which is our in a upright position. Now, this is about the good news in earthly matters or solid beginnings. Okay, this is you setting solid goals and developing a plan. Okay, laying the foundation, taking advantage of the opportunities, jumping in. Now, the future is looking to me like it's very positive with the page of pentacles, because you are jumping in on opportunities, you are very consistent, you have excellent prospects, and you are excelling in or seeking education or training. You are very ambitious, you are there to decide what you want to go for, what you want to do, and you are going for it. Okay, now this is talking about you being a grounded person, or maybe your partner or you are very loyal and you're faithful to everyone else, or you have a very dependable situation where people want to depend on you because you have a healthy lifestyle. And this is talking about the natural expression of your own self. Okay, this card, which is the future card, is talking about all the goals that you have already acquired or you are going to develop in the year 2023. This card might also have a certain relation with the rest of the cards, which means that you got over your current situation, and that is a very positive news for us. This is just one direction of future. Maybe there are all other directions, but if you can rectify your situation, then this card is telling me that there might be a more positive chance that your present tense, that the bitter situation that you find yourself in, or whatever fearful transformation you are going through, that all you overcame by your own self. Okay, but this is just one direction of the future, okay, which is telling me that you developed a plan, you are going to go with certain goals, that you will solidify your beginnings, and you would have an excellent uh, uh, ground laid for you, you know, having a very good foundation. So if you are facing this situation with the page of coins in the future, then that means that in the current tense you may or may not get over it, but there is like 70% chance that you might get over whatever current situation you are in, and you did it by your own self. Okay, this is what the future card is telling me. This is the prediction for the people of Aquarius in the month in the month of April. But of course you have, like, what, there are so many months to go on. Okay, so if you are doing great and if you are focusing on all the positive things, then you would get the end result by the end of 2023. Okay, and it may be that even in the month that you are taking a look at my video, maybe this month in itself is very positive for you. So you need to focus on all the positive prospects. You need to establish a foundation for yourself, and you need to be able to defend yourself, and for that you need to focus on the positivity that lies in your own self. Okay, with this card, and with this justice card, we all know that there is a certain situation in your life that is not going in your favor, but if you want to overcome it, you have to be you would have to take a look at what all options you have. You cannot just withhold an emotion of expectation if there is no practicality in your situation. It means that you need to be very practical with your life, and you need to take all the support that you need and go through with it. I hope that this reading was good enough for you and it gave the message that you wanted. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share. Okay, bye bye.